Right now, body cams on Madison police officers. The meeting today where you can weigh in on the plan.
Plus, an update on the DOJ's investigation into a January shooting involving the Madison Police Department.
I'm tracking another winter storm to our south, but our own chances for flurries. That's coming up in the First Warrant forecast.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Lee Linscheid on vacation this week. We start this morning with the Madison Police Department hosting another public meeting tonight about a potential pilot program outfitting officers with body cameras.
They've hosted several of these recently as they try to sell the idea to the public and members of the city council who've tended to shy away from the proposal for several years. The meeting is happening virtually between 6:30 and 8 o'clock tonight. Chief Sean Barnes will make a presentation during that meeting and will field questions afterwards. People attending will have the chance to make public comments after the presentation, and written statements will also be collected.
The Wisconsin Department of Justice says it has turned over case files to the Dane County District Attorney's Office following the DOJ's investigation into an MPD shooting from January. Police shot and hit a suspect on January 11th after the man allegedly fired at officers during an attempted arrest in an apartment complex near the intersection of Northport and Dryden Drives. They were taken to the hospital, but we haven't gotten an update on their condition since. The officer or officers involved still have not been named either.
The city of Madison hoping the third time is the charm for the city's permanent homeless shelter. After first two spots fell through, the city has a new location now on Bartillion Drive, right by Rindall Park on the city's east side. If it all gets ironed out, the city would start building this $9 million project early next year. In the meantime, the new temporary location would move off of First Street, where the public market is expected to start construction this fall.
The Minneapolis teachers' strike continues this morning, where many are rallying at the state capitol in St. Paul. School teachers say they want education fully funded for Minnesota students, and they want lawmakers to use the state's $9 billion surplus to pay for it. Educators are calling for better pay and working conditions for teachers and support staff, smaller class sizes, and further mental health support for students.
A D.C. police officer's suicide after the January 6th Capitol attack has been declared a line-of-duty death. That means the widow of Officer Jeffrey Smith will be eligible for full benefits now. Smith's wife, Erin, had been fighting the Police Retirement and Relief Board on this for months. Forensic investigators were able to prove that Officer Smith suffered a traumatic brain injury on January 6th. So under the declaration, Officer Smith is now officially considered a fallen hero.
The trial of the four men accused of plotting to kidnap Michigan Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer is entering its second day today. Prosecutors say the men are members of a militia group who planned to kidnap and hold her until a ransom was paid. The alleged plot happened in 2020 after Whitmer imposed a number of pandemic restrictions and after former President Trump lashed out against her. That trial is expected to take 4 to 5 weeks.
Two Florida teenagers are recovering from an apparent drive-by shooting. It happened outside of their high school in Miami Gardens yesterday. Family members say the two victims are an 18-year-old senior and a 17-year-old junior. The suspect vehicle left the scene, which led to a pursuit. Suspects inside shot at an officer. Multiple people were eventually arrested.
6:03 right now on a Thursday morning. Chris Reese is here with your certified most accurate forecast. Good morning, Chris.
Yes, on a Thursday, we're here tracking yet another winter storm that's passing by to our south. We got some snow as we moved into Monday, so it's all right this time. But here it is. You focus on the Kansas City metro along I-70. This is where some heavier snow is going to come down. We're talking the potential of 6 to 8 inches of snow with localized amounts upwards of 10 inches of snow out of that system there. Meanwhile, here in Madison, I do suspect we stay dry. You look at the pattern ahead and you see how that system really just misses to our south as we go throughout today. One thing to watch, the models are trying to pick up on a system that sneaks by late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. This is something that's been new, so I'm not sold on it just yet. But in our forecast, we do have a slight chance of a couple of flurries as we move into your Sunday morning. That being said, it's 12 right now. We see the deck of clouds trying to move into the picture. Our wind chill is at 3. Temperatures have dropped in Janesville now, too. Now at 18 degrees, still 9 in the Dells. And most of our temperature spread is within that range, but you do have a couple of cold spots. It's 5 in Camp Douglas right now. temperatures are all colder than they were yesterday, and we stay colder than we were at this time yesterday, really throughout all of your Thursday. So we put things into motion. This is lunchtime. We still have cloud cover. Temperatures are into the 20s, and winds are out of the north. The temperatures are staying in the 20s because of the northerly wind and the cloud cover that we'll see. 25 is where we top out this afternoon. We'll try to clear out somewhat this evening, and overnight lows go down to about 15. So that being said, watch what happens into tomorrow. Here comes a cold front moving through. That cold front will actually bring with it a chance to see a couple of snow showers and flurries. Part of why this system actually missed to the south is because it missed an opportunity to merge into one. We as meteorologists call that phasing. A phase system with the cold front and that area of low pressure would have caused it to track farther to the north. It would have been a little bit stronger, but because it missed that connection, we saw a weak low go by to our south, and we'll see our chance for some flurries tomorrow, and that's about it. 20s into the afternoon. We'll go down all the way to about 4 for tomorrow's overnight low. In fact, I have dropped it to 4. Wind chills are going to be pretty chilly as well. 25 on Saturday. Then we flip the switch. 49 on Sunday. 50s by Tuesday. Flirting with 60 on Wednesday.
It's quite a spread, Chris Reese. 4 as a low coming up here in a couple of days, and then we could get to 60 next week.
That is the time of the year that we are in. We've got to keep it unpredictable, wild, and exciting.
March in Wisconsin.
There we have it.
Yep.
Thanks, Chris. Well, the MLB lockout is causing the cancellation of more games this season. Labor negotiations went into the late evening hours yesterday. They're trying to piece together the rest of the new deal between the players and the owners. As of now, both sides are in agreement on all the core economics for the future. The obstacle, though, is the international draft. After long negotiations on the topic, talks ended, and Commissioner Rob Manfred ended up canceling games up until April 14th. So as it stands right now, the Brewers' home opener would be April 14th against the Cardinals. That is the day before Jackie Robinson Day. This is the 75th anniversary of Robinson breaking the color barrier in baseball.
To Badger men's basketball now. Greg Gard using the word optimistic when asked about Johnny Davis' status for the Big Ten tournament. The conference's player of the year, on the other hand, says he's good to go. Now the Badgers still have time to make the decision. They don't play until tomorrow. As far as how they're feeling coming off that 1-point loss to Nebraska, there's a little more pep at practice because now it's win or go home.
There's always going to be a little extra juice going into the postseason because, you know, when you lose, you're done. And, you know, our mentality from here on out is not to lose another game.
If you don't have juice or pop at this time of year, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't know. This is why you play. You know, this is the best time of year, March Madness. We got all of our goals are in front of us. We've accomplished our goals to this point, but also, you know, we have a lot bigger things in mind. So we're going to start visualizing that. We're going to start manifesting that, and we're getting ready to get to Indy.
Badgers set to play tomorrow night at 5:30 on the Big Ten Network.
Tiger Woods is officially a member of the World Golf Hall of Fame. Tiger was elected for it back in March of 2020 when COVID started. The ceremony finally held last night. His daughter there introducing him. Tiger made his first appearance on the tour down in Brown Deer at the Greater Milwaukee Open back in 1996. Now he is solidified in golf legacy.
6:08 right now, still ahead for us on this Thursday morning. The Overture Center's beloved family series back in action. We'll have a sneak peek at the performances that'll make you sing, dance, and laugh in the 6:08.
And the girls' high school basketball state tournament starts today. Later, get to know the team that'll be there for the first time.
Everyone's a winner at Ashley's Lucky Streak mattress sale. Our warehouse is packed with millions of dollars of inventory ready to be delivered. Save up to $1,000 instantly on mattress doorbusters. Plus, interest-free financing for 5 years. Only at Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now there's Skyrizi.
Things are getting clearer. Yeah, I feel free to bare my skin. Yeah, that's on me.
Nothing and me go hand in hand.
Nothing on my skin. That's my new plan. Nothing is everything.
Keep your skin clear with Skyrizi. Most who achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months had lasting clearance through 1 year. In another study, most people had 90% clearer skin at 3 years. And Skyrizi is 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
It's my moment, so I just gotta say. Nothing is everything.
Skyrizi may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or coughs, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Talk to your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the SUV of the future for everyone. Ford Explorer, America's best-selling SUV, with available seating for up to 7 passengers and available terrain management system. Because the SUV of the future isn't built for a few. It's built for America. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Order your Explorer during Auto Show to lock in this special Flex Buy offer. Plus, get an extra $1,000 retail order bonus.
Feeling lucky? Everyone's a winner at Ashley's Lucky Streak Sale. We have millions of dollars of inventory in stock with savings up to 50% off. And get your scratch-off card in store for up to an extra 15% off. Plus 0% interest until 2023. Only at Ashley.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
We're back at 6:11 with a look at what's happening in the 608. Madison's favorite family-friendly arts performance series is back in action.
Here we go. Old MacDonald had a band. E-I-E-I-O.
That'll get you bopping this morning.
There you go. Let's sing along. Kids in the Rotunda return to live in-person performances at the Overture in February. Every Saturday, they feature toe-tapping rhythms, magic, dancing, cultural arts performances, and sing-alongs. The series has a diverse lineup of performers for children ages 9 and younger, and their families, of course. Officials say the series is the perfect way for families to be engaged and learn while also being entertained.
Over the course of the pandemic, we've done some virtual work, but really bringing people back into the building is what we're here for, especially for families with this series. The series is such a great way for families to connect together, caregivers to connect with their kids and learn about new arts and cultures that they're not normally exposed to.
The series will the live streams will continue for those performances once a month for those unable to attend in person. The free 45-minute performances happen at 9:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. every Saturday. Still some COVID-19 protocols in place at the Overture, so be sure to go to channel3000.com for more information.
How lucky are we to have the Overture Center?
This is a Madison staple, too, that's been missing over the last couple of years. You know, you heard them speaking right there that they were able to make it work with the virtual, but there's nothing like being in person, having that happen, especially for these kids that have been out of the loop here for the last couple of years and not being around people.
What a great opportunity for families, and I'm sure the folks at the Overture Center are just so excited to be back in person.
That energy is what they've been missing, so this is some good news, and hopefully we're on the ups from here, too.
Hope so. Thanks,
All right.
Josh.
Yeah, you bet. Remember to let me know what inspires you here in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email for a chance to be featured.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine full power. And liftoff. Falcon 9, 7
SpaceX launching 49 new Starlink satellites into orbit. The launch from the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida went off without a hitch. Starlink can provide internet services to rural areas around the world.
6:14 right now. Chris Reese is here with your certified most accurate forecast and a look at Doppler track at this hour. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, Doppler track is quiet for us this morning. That is for us, though. Just to our south, another winter storm getting ready to go. Several inches of snow going to fall across parts of Kansas, Missouri, and even into Illinois. We have this beautiful shot right now, some sunshine, but look for more cloud cover streaming in throughout your morning. It is 12, the wind chill at 3 as you get ready to head out the door. We'll keep our temperatures in the teens throughout the morning. By lunchtime, we're at 22 degrees, and by lunchtime, any sunshine that we've had this morning becomes a lot more gray as well, so do be ready for that. Road conditions this morning. This is 151 at Main Street in Sun Prairie. I love this. Just look at how smooth traffic is moving this morning. The expectation is that we'll keep that smooth view of traffic going pretty much all morning long and all afternoon long. Other than cloud cover, I'm really not expecting any kind of weather-related issues to impact you while you are out and about. Another thing real quick, we do have a taste of spring coming our way. This is that 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, and it features a strong probability of warmer than normal temperatures, not just through the next week, but the next couple of weeks, taking us all the way into the last week of March. So if you've been looking for a warm up, we've got one coming our way. Traffic wise for you, all area roadways are smooth. I'm seeing the green all throughout Dane County. I'm also seeing the green all throughout Rock County this morning. Beloit and Janesville, you are all smooth. That's the case going up towards Milton as well. Southwest Wisconsin, you are doing great on the roadways this morning. We love to see it. Let's keep it that way.
Let's do. Thank you, Chris. 6:16 now. The state girls basketball tournament tips off today in Green Bay. And for the first time in school history, Highland will be there.
Yeah, the Cardinals have had a fantastic season entering the tourney after winning their 22 of their last 23 games. And as Jordan Reed found out, they're ready to prove they belong on the big stage.
They still can't believe it.
To say that we're going to state, I don't know if it's really even sunk in yet.
For the first time in program history, the Highland girls are state-bound.
I'm overwhelmed, but I'm kind of excited, and it's amazing.
While most teams set their sights on state before the season begins, this group took a different approach.
At the beginning of the year, we set goals to be conference champs and then make it to regionals, since that's where we got last year. And then as we got there, we just kept going. We said this could be a possibility.
The game before sectional finals, we said, hey, you know, it's been a dream of every kid here, right, to possibly play in the state championship. And so we just said, let's just leave that there until, you know, the next game.
And that next game proved to be an epic one, as they upset Bangor in the sectional finals.
We knew that it was reality, and we deserved to be at state.
Needless to say, the Cardinals are embracing the underdog status.
We're just going to prove that we deserve to be at the tournament, and we shouldn't be overlooked.
And the team is using that as motivation, entering its first ever state matchup.
We have nothing to lose, right? We're going against Randolph, who's, you know, been ranked first most of the year. They're undefeated. You know, that's a great team, so we're going to go in there and just play our tails off, and I think if we do that, we'll be happy at the end.
And it all begins Friday morning. In Highland, Jordan Reed, News 3 Sports.
Good luck, ladies. Indie music store Strictly Discs in Madison is celebrating 33 1/3 years. For those of you who don't know, 33 1/3 is typically how many times a record makes a full rotation on a record player per minute. The store got its start when Ron Roloff left the pharmaceutical sales business in 1988. Since then, the store has gained fame for its vinyl collection, with an off-site warehouse containing over 150,000 records. What once started as a one-man operation now has 15 employees, including co-owner Angie Roloff.
This neighborhood.
If you don't know where Strictly Discs is, it's in the 1900 block of Monroe Street, 5 blocks west of Camp Randall.
Well, Tinder is adding background checks. Starting this week, users of the dating app will see a background check tool in the app's safety center. It's part of a partnership between Tinder's parent company, Match Group, and Garbo, a nonprofit background check provider focused on gender-based violence awareness and prevention. Garbo currently searches public records of arrests, convictions, and sex offender registries across the U.S. where accessible.
The International House of Pancakes, better known as IHOP, is opening iBop, an international bank of pancakes. It's a loyalty program on the restaurant's app. So instead of coins, you earn pan coins that you can then trade in for pancakes. It's part of a bigger trend of restaurants seeing more and more people using different food apps and buying meals online, which has then opened up the door to ramp up app-based loyalty programs.
Pancakes or waffles?
Gun in my head.
Oh boy.
Pancakes.
I'm a pancakes guy too.
I'm not going to turn either down though.
Well, how about this? The upscale athleisure company Lululemon taking its first step into the shoe business. The company announced it is releasing a new running shoe called Blissfeel. This is the first shoe the company has released. The sneaker costs $148 and comes in 10 different colors. The company says the new shoe will be available for purchase starting March 22nd in select stores. Coming up on 620 right now, just ahead, why did the cow cross the road? Any answers?
Well, we have the video coming up that has that answer. And with COVID numbers continuing to go down, why doctors are looking forward to the new normal. That's in our next half hour.
This portion of News 3 Now is brought to you by Shopko Optical.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk so they can actually see how this works. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags and you would your morning routine?
It absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. Apply it underneath your eyes, fine line wrinkles, forehead lines. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Come experience Floor & Decor's grand opening in Monona. With our unmatched selection of tile, wood, stone, laminate, vinyl, and more, all at everyday low prices, at Floor & Decor, you'll discover the perfect products for shopping on trend and on budget, all in one stop. Plus, our helpful associates make realizing your vision easy from start to finish, so your upgrade has never been more you. Discover your new Floor & Decor, now open in Monona, or visit us online at flooranddecor.com.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Welcome back at 6:23. Take a look at this photo by Joe. He says this is frost collected on a clump of snow from plowing the night before. This is near Prairie du Sac. This was Tuesday morning.
This is cool. Isn't this so cool? Love to see all like the little crystals and the detail.
The detailing is so gorgeous. Unique there. That's what's so beautiful about snow too. Is what do they say is that every snowflake is different. There's not two that are the same.
Exactly. No two that are identical. A really cool photo, Joe. Thanks for sharing that with us. If you want to share your morning, it's easy. Just post on social media and use the hashtag MyNews3Morning.
Moving right along to what's trending this morning. A cow was safely captured after running loose on a freeway in Los Angeles.
Let's go to the tape. Look at it. There it is. Cow there, just meandering down the highway in Los Angeles, and then it gets spooked and starts running off. But the cow, not as cooperative as officials had hoped, making its way back onto the streets. A motorcycle cop eventually came and steered the cow back to the ranch.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look at the plastic horse.
What is it with that
What's the deal
horse?
with that?
I have so many
We have
questions. So many questions.
Let me in.
I love how he's looking. Let me in.
Yeah, well,
Let me in.
the cow's probably freaking out. It doesn't know what's going on. It's in an unfamiliar place. Now these weird people are chasing it around. Like, look at that. It just runs right into the fence. Boy. Yeah, I think it's interesting. You don't see that too often, especially
out
greater
there.
Los Angeles. Yeah.
Yeah, around here it's probably a little bit more common, but
just a Thursday.
Just a normal Thursday morning, yeah. Speaking of Thursday morning, what's that forecast looking like, Chris Reese?
Yeah, the forecast looking a little cloudier as we go throughout today. This is your bus stop forecast overall. We are starting things out right around 12 this morning, and we are going to double our temperature upwards into the mid-20s by the time you are headed home from school later on. We do have a little bit of sunshine out there this morning. It's really nice. Our wind chill is at 3. That sunshine goes by the wayside throughout the rest of today, and that cloud cover combined with southerly or northerly wind rather is what's going to help to keep those temperatures a little bit cooler today. 18 right now in Janesville. Here's Doppler track. We are generally quiet, but if I were to zoom things out just a bit, you see more of that snow trying to sneak in from the south and west. It's going to stay to our south as we go throughout today, but look for that cloud cover increasing. Will be pretty gray and into the lower 20s by the time we get you towards lunchtime today.
All right, thank you, Chris Reese. Stick around, folks. More News 3 Now this morning, right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
He rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing this song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin going tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin.
At Pick and Save, we believe fresh is all about standards. That's why we do up to a 27-point inspection on our produce. Like for oranges, we check for color and scarring and more, keeping only the best of the best on our shelves. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the Buffalo Ranch Chicken Pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Grilled chicken, crunchy bacon, covered in creamy buffalo sauce. Now that is an expression.
Change the way you pizza.
Join the adventure when your favorite Disney friends visit your hometown at Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic. Tickets on sale now. Coming to Alliant Energy Center March 10th through the 13th. For show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com today.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
This is the most important, amazingest game ever played in the universe. The pitcher is fierce. Danny Roberts is up at bat. And the crowd goes wild. He just won the game. Let's go! Yes!
We protect the car you drive.
Go get him, Danny.
And the dreams that drive you. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Nothing beats
It's a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, get a Tempur-Pedic Queen mattress for only $23.99 and get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Take your sleep to the next level with the Tempur-Pedic Ergo Base that automatically adjusts your position while you sleep to help reduce snoring. Queen bases start at just $24.99. And with Steinhoffels special financing and free delivery, your new mattress has never been more affordable. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Morning. Who said that? Whoa, where did that come from? Floating money.
Funny.
Good luck out there.
Right now, COVID numbers continuing to go down this morning. Why doctors are looking forward to the new normal.
Also, Ukrainian officials in Turkey right now for peace talks with Russia. Ukraine presidents, meantime, saying that the Russian attacks are attempted genocide.
And we do continue to track a winter storm throughout parts of the Midwest this morning. We'll tell you how that influences us coming up.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Leah Linscheid on vacation. Almost Friday. We're almost there.
Getting closer and closer, and you can tell spring is just around the corner when you look at that forecast.
It's looking good. Yes, Chris Reese will have that here in just a moment. First, though, little by little, COVID-19 is going away, at least based on the latest numbers from the World Health Organization.
New global cases have declined by 5%. Deaths dropped 8%. Perspective also important here. Worldwide cases still top more than 10 million last week. All told, since the start of the pandemic, more than 6 million people around the world have died.
In Wisconsin, things are also looking up. Only one county is still in the very high category. That's Buffalo County in the western part of the state. We're averaging just over 400 new cases per day with 9 deaths.
Even with the decline in COVID cases, experts are not quite ready to make the move from pandemic to endemic.
Our healthcare workers really have needed a break, and we're starting to catch our breath and starting to look forward to the new normal.
According to Public Health Madison-Dane County, the current COVID numbers are the lowest since last August. Health officials believe that high vaccination status with boosters and prior infections will help keep current known variants at bay. Professionals aren't telling you right now not to travel for spring break, but they're preparing you for the possibility of new variants slipping through the cracks with an increase in travel. Health officials say in order to help prevent future variants, it's even more important now to stay up to date with those vaccine doses. They also still encourage masking in higher COVID risk situations.
Pfizer is now testing a COVID-19 antiviral treatment for children. The drug company announcing it has started the second and third test phases for Paxlovid in children ages 6 to 17. The FDA already authorizing the drug for high-risk people who are 12 and older and weigh at least 88 pounds. We are always on the Channel 3000 mobile app. We'll push out the latest COVID updates there. You can download it for free in your app store today.
To the crisis in Ukraine now happening today, Turkey is hosting high-level negotiation talks between Russia and Ukraine. This footage here, the Turkish Prime Minister welcoming the Russian and Ukrainian foreign ministers. Separately, he hosted bilateral talks before the group convenes again for trilateral meetings. At the same time, Vice President Kamala Harris is in Poland meeting with their president and the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, to discuss aiding Ukraine. Meantime, a maternity hospital in the besieged port city of Mariupol becoming the latest civilian target by Russian forces. The City Council of Mariupol says 3 died, including 1 child from that attack. At least 17 people are wounded this morning. The World Health Organization says it's confirmed 18 attacks now on medical facilities during the 2-week-old Russian invasion. Ukraine's president calling the strike a war crime.
It is horrifying to see the type of the barbaric use of military force to go after innocent civilians.
The White House now warning that the Kremlin might be planning to use biological or chemical warfare to try to create a false flag operation and then blame Ukraine and the U.S. A U.S. official estimates 5,000 to 6,000 Russian soldiers may have died in the first 2 weeks of battle, though caution those numbers are very difficult to truly assess. The Kremlin accusing the United States of declaring a different kind of war with Russia. In a conference call with reporters recently, a Russian government spokesperson spoke about U.S. energy and fuel embargoes. He said the U.S. is responsible for starting what they called an economic war.
6:33 right now. Let's get to your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Chris Reese. Hi, Chris.
Tracking a little bit of snow to our south this morning. This is actually going to be a big deal winter storm for parts of Kansas and the Missouri. The Kansas City metro getting absolutely slammed with the snow this morning. That stays to our south today, and in southern Wisconsin, it is my expectation that we will generally stay dry. Here's Future Track looking ahead. You see 7 o'clock tonight, that snow is close by. It'll be snowing in Chicago, but we should generally stay dry out of this one. I'll talk a little bit why that system misses us to the south here in a moment. Our next chance for snow is a chance for flurries that arrives overnight Saturday into Sunday. I'm not all too impressed or thrilled with this. It shouldn't be much of anything, but we'll watch it as we go through the weekend. In the meantime, it is cold, 12 degrees right now. Check out the wind chill at 3 as you begin to head out the door. Temperatures generally in the teens for most of us. Jadesville a little bit warmer at 18 this morning. Still though, Wisconsin Dells at 9, Camp Douglas at 5 for us this morning. So you have a couple of cold spots, but most of us are into the teens this morning. All of this is into the teens below where we were yesterday. We are much colder than 24 hours ago. And the reality is we're going to stay colder as we move into the afternoon. There are a couple of reasons for that. One, we're going to see a lot more cloud cover today as that system passes by to our south. Two, our winds stay northerly throughout today. That keeps us colder. 22 by the time we get you towards lunch. I expect us topping out right around 25. And again, that storm system passing by to our south. Part of why it's not farther north, this piece of energy, which becomes a cold front for us tomorrow, missed the interaction with this area of low pressure to the south. So instead, you got a weaker low that was farther south. If the interaction had been timed a little bit better, that southerly low would have been stronger, would have tracked farther north. The two of these would have merged together. We call that a phased system, but that's just not what happened. We get towards tomorrow afternoon. Here comes the cold front. That'll lead to a chance for some showers coming our way, snow showers rather. That pushes on out, and then we get cold all the way down to 4 for your Friday night. Saturday we stay into the 20s, and let's say it together, on Sunday we flip a switch. Yep, and here comes spring. We are going to see temperatures in the 50s, perhaps 60s at times next week. But even then, our cooler days are into the 40s. So it's going to be nice, well above average for quite a while.
My favorite switch to flip.
And look at that, lows of 43 coming up. How about that? Looking forward to it. Thank you, Chris.
All right, new this morning, the Urban Design Commission is giving its approval for 2 major Madison redevelopment proposals. The 12-story apartment building will be built on Regent Street directly behind the Kohl Center, replacing a surface parking lot. The Plan Commission will have to approve it during its meeting on March 21st. Unanimous approval was also given to a redevelopment of the Salvation Army campus located on East Wash. A 5-story building and a 40-unit apartment building are a part of that plan. If the commission approves the plans, the full city council will take it into consideration on March 29th.
A bill that would make threatening a healthcare worker a felony is on its way to the governor's desk. Wisconsin passed legislation a couple of years ago making physical violence against a healthcare worker a felony. Now this bill would extend that felony to verbal threats. Those kinds of threats have been on the rise against healthcare workers since the pandemic began. Gunderson Health Systems in La Crosse says that violence increased 63%.
And it's not the passive threat of I'm going to report you to your manager. It's the threat of I'm going to send somebody to your home and find your kids or destroy your house or sabotage the hospital.
The official title of this bill is Assembly Bill 960. It would set expectations for patient behavior, too, so staff can do their jobs. The Wisconsin Hospital Association is calling for the bill to become law.
The National Weather Service says the EF1 tornado that touched down near Stoughton last weekend happened too quickly for the sirens to go off. NWS officials say they use a combination of radar technology and on-the-ground spotters, but sometimes those systems aren't enough. Nearly 200 homes were damaged, costing an estimated $216,000 in public sector costs.
A criminal complaint alleges the 2 men charged in a fight at a McFarland youth hockey game were caught on camera hitting minors. Craig Cooper and Jared Eager of Hayward are charged with misdemeanor battery this morning. On March 5th, law enforcement were sent to the McFarland Community Ice Arena for a fight in the lobby where an adult allegedly punched a child. Both men deny hitting either of the minors. Their signature bond is set at $500. Pretrial conferences are scheduled for May 4th.
Coming up on 6:39 right here on a Thursday morning, live look outside. Traffic moving along just fine out there, and it's going to be clear conditions for most of the day. Chris Reese has an update for us coming up here in a few minutes.
And fertilizer prices, gas prices, they are worrying farmers this morning. Why they warn it'll bleed into the cost of your food.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
It's BOGO Thursdays at Hy-Vee. This Thursday, buy one, get one free donut holes. That's right, buy one pack of donut holes fresh from the bakery, get one pack of donut holes free. Thursday only. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome.
Cool. Pass out each of the distribution lists. And Lauren?
Where's Lauren?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's BOGO Thursdays at Hy-Vee. This Thursday, buy one, get one free donut holes. That's right, buy one pack of donut holes fresh from the bakery, get one pack of donut holes free. Thursday only. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
On the next Live at 4, we have travel expert Peter Greenberg and Doctor on Call, Zorba Pastor.
And on Traveler Throwback Thursday, a visit with one of Madison's first television news photographers.
If you thought building a new home would be more affordable this year, think again.
It's just insane right now.
Eric Pronkey talks to local builders to find out what's driving up the bottom line on home construction. Tonight on News 3 Now at 6. You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
Landscapers and farmers are taking a 1-2 punch right now. Skyrocketing fuel prices are only adding to the already problematic rising cost of fertilizer.
Either guys aren't going to be able to put on the fertilizer like they have, or they're going to be forced to take out bigger operating loans. Basically, our food prices are going to go up.
Farmer Tim Aldridge there says that he normally budgets about $250,000 to fertilize about 1,000 acres of corn and soybeans. This year, that's doubling to $500,000.
Just about 6:43 right now. Time to see what's happening in the 608 this morning. Madison's favorite family-friendly arts performance series is back in action.
Now clap your hands, clapping in a circle now.
Kids of the Rotunda return to live in-person performances at the Overture in February. The free 45-minute performances are at 9:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. every Saturday. They feature toe-tapping rhythms, magic, dancing, engaging cultural arts performances, and sing-alongs. Officials say the series is a perfect way for children to get re-engaged with the arts.
being back in person, having the vibe in the theater itself, as well as that social outlet for kids who have been, a lot of them really isolated during the pandemic, is really an important part of this series, and we're excited to have it back.
Safety changes due to the pandemic included self-distance blankie seating and offering 2 performances instead of 3. That will allow more time to clean the space between shows. The series will also continue to offer live streams of performances once a month. Still some COVID-19 protocols in place at the Overture, including the wearing of a mask. So be sure to go to this story on channel3000.com right now for all of the latest information on that.
Love some blankie seating.
It's a nice opportunity, you know. They're trying to do what they can to keep it a safe space. You know, everyone's at a different level as far as their comfort level. And, you know, this is a good opportunity for them to, you know, start rolling. And hopefully, you know, they're on the ramp up to getting back to what this used to be 2 years ago.
Hopefully, glad to see it back.
It'll be good to see things happening again. Just that energy at the Overture, I think, is what a lot of folks have been missing.
Yeah, I think so, too.
All right, remember to let me know what inspires you in the 6-0 wait. You can reach out either on social media or email for a chance to be featured.
6:44 now. Communities across Wisconsin are dealing with PFAS contamination in their drinking wells. The testing is the same for private and public wells, but there are 2 methods. Which method you choose depends on who you ask. Emily Davis reports.
When PFAS sampling is done in the state of Wisconsin and we're consulted ahead of time, we recommend using that Wisconsin 33 because that gives us all the information we need.
Kyle Burton with the DNR says the Wisconsin 33 includes all of the PFAS compounds with state health advisory levels. He notes there's nothing wrong with the EPA's method. It's just missing a few of those compounds with Wisconsin health advisories.
We would look at that information, give them advice on the results we have, and depending on what those results, we might recommend they do additional sampling using the Wisconsin guidance.
The DNR established the Wisconsin guidance criteria using a variety of regulatory programs and advice from PFAS experts, but it gives each lab the flexibility to come up with its own method of measuring the compounds.
The Wisconsin guidance will give you more pieces of information, but it lacks that authoritative step.
Krieger explains they wouldn't put their name on a piece of data if they couldn't defend it. But he feels more confident in the EPA method, and that's what the federal government is requiring to be used in the free voluntary municipal testing program the governor announced last month.
It was something we worked with EPA on to be able to use that funding. They were really interested in us using their approved method.
He says municipalities that come back with levels above recommended health advisories will receive state money to test again using the Wisconsin guidance.
We don't expect every municipality to be impacted negatively by PFAS.
I think that everybody should have had this done by the middle of 2019.
Krieger invested in the machines anticipating the need, especially when 2019 was the year some Wisconsin municipalities began learning about their contamination.
It's been extremely slow moving. The work that we've done has been because different water supplies have said, we are curious about this. We want to have this information for the people that are consuming our water.
The municipal testing this spring is the first incentivized opportunity in the state, and all of the testing will be done through the State Lab of Hygiene.
It's super difficult for us to compete with free.
The DNR says the testing is going through the state lab because it's government funded already. It doesn't need to go through a bid process, and the EPA wanted the consistency.
We expect the first results from this project to start rolling in late April, early May.
I'm extremely glad that citizens of Wisconsin are going to get what they deserved several years ago. I have to be a little bit careful, though, because I'm concerned about how giving it away for free is going to impact our ability to keep doing what it is that we do.
That was Emily Davis reporting. Make sure to tune into our For the Record Sunday morning at 10 o'clock as we continue our coverage on the presence of PFAS in our water sources across the state.
6:47 right now. Let's get an update on the forecast with Chris Reese. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, we're looking at Doppler track this morning and future track snow. And one of the things you'll see is that when it comes to our snow chance that we've talked about today, other than a general chance for a flurry or two, things are really going to be on the dry side for us as we go throughout your Thursday. So no, we are not looking at a lot at all. Here's that system right now. Most of that snow well to our south around Kansas City. We do stay dry as we go throughout today. Temperatures are on the colder side too. So are those wind chills. These are wind chills headed out the door right now. 5 your wind chill in Janesville, 3 in Madison, 8 below 0 in Camp Douglas. Most of our wind chills though are into the low single digits. Actual air temperatures are around 12, and we're going to see those warm up to about 25 or so as we move into the afternoon. So a colder day. We're going to see more clouds today as well, but it could be worse for this time of the year.
Chris Reese, thank you. 648 coming up in the morning sprint, a robbery on East Wash, plus Congress taking action to send aid to Ukraine.
If you have a little kid turning 3 soon, send us their picture so we can show it on TV and help them celebrate. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Dylan, how's that sofa you can't return from that big internet site?
Honestly, not that great.
Well, Slumberland can help. It's our biggest finance sales event of the year. Look what just $20 a month will get you when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
Grass looks great, Zeus. Hey, could you maybe trim the hydrangea too?
Sure thing, Kevin. You want me to do the boxwoods as well?
No. Finding the right person for the job isn't always easy. But when you have an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can give you personalized advice and could help you save hundreds.
Hey, Medusa, let's boogie.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, get to know your local Geico agent today.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf, and The Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
Everyone's invited to the prom. Get your tickets at overture.org.
I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathed the mountain air, man. I travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Pittsburgh, Parkersburg, Gravelburg, Colorado, Ellen City, Cedar City, Dodge City, what a pity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
To stay out in front, you have to rise above the competition at every turn and earn the right to be known as a champion.
Jack, how's the car?
Hy-Vee gets what it takes to be the best. When it comes to fresh, sustainable seafood, they're first rate. Because they know fresh seafood.
And here's a simple takeaway. If you think you can find any better, then you don't know Hy-Vee and you don't know Jack.
It's a fresh new spring season at Madison Lighting. The showroom is filled with the best new lighting trends. Need advice? Their experts make adding light at your house easy. Come in and be inspired. Madison Lighting on Watts Road.
Contact Culligan, your local water expert.
Oh, my back.
Hey, Dylan, need a mattress? Well, luckily, Slumberland has a big Sealy sale. Look what you can get for $20 a month. A Sealy Posturepedic mattress and a power base. And you'll pay no interest for 5 years at Slumberland Furniture.
Here for you in a heartbeat. SSM Health, Heart and Vascular Care.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Breaking this morning, Vice President Kamala Harris calling for an international war crimes investigation of Russia's invasion and bombing of civilians. This comes as Russian airstrike hit a maternity hospital in Ukraine's port city of Mariupol, killing 3 and wounding a number of other people. That's according to Ukrainian officials still assessing that devastation. As the war intensifies, the White House warning that Russia might be planning to use biological or chemical weapons to create a false flag operation to then blame on Ukraine.
This morning, the average price of gas in Wisconsin is now above $4 a gallon. It's up to $4.03 this morning. That is more than 60 cents up in the last week. The national average now at $4.31 a gallon. The state with the highest average is Nevada at $4.87.
The city of Madison announcing a new location for a permanent homeless shelter for men. This comes after the first 2 spots fell through. The city will start building this $9 million project early next year, but an alder says he and another alder were cut out of that process and the press conference. You can find more about that project up on channel3000.com.
Madison police say a man was allegedly assaulted and robbed near a gas station early yesterday morning. They were called to the 3000 block of East Wash around 12:40 in the morning. A 45-year-old man was walking home after using the gas station's ATM. The suspect broke the man's phone and took $100. So far, no arrests have been made.
Madison man is facing multiple charges after he allegedly crawled into a bathroom stall at a Quick Trip and threatened a woman. Police say 18-year-old DeMarcus Willingham entered the woman's restroom at a Quick Trip on North Stoughton Road last week. The woman told police Willingham pointed a gun at her and demanded money, and when she didn't have any, Willingham allegedly exposed himself, demanding her to perform a sexual act. An employee entered the restroom and the woman was able to escape. Willingham was arrested and his cash bond was set at $25,000.
Caught on camera, 6 thieves lifted 14 high-end used vehicles from a dealership Monday in Evanston. We're talking Porsches, Mercedes, and Audis, together worth about $1 million. The heist included 3 visits to the dealership in 6 hours. The stolen cars make up nearly half of the dealer's inventory.
The House has approved a massive spending bill to keep the government running. The Senate expected to pass that bill, which includes more than $13 billion in U.S. aid to Ukraine and its European allies. Top Democrats were forced to drop the plans to include billions in new funds in the battle against COVID-19.
More good news for people looking for a job. The U.S. again has a record number of job openings. In January, there were 11.3 million jobs open. The bad news, there aren't enough workers. That's the latest from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And get this, 4.3 million people quit their jobs at the start of the year looking for better pay.
A Maryland man who received the world's first pig heart transplant has died. The University of Maryland Medical Center making that announcement. Doctors say David Bennett had been battling terminal heart disease and was deemed ineligible for a conventional heart transplant or artificial heart pump. The center said the transplanted pig heart performed well for several weeks with no sign of rejection.
The Biden administration canceling more than $6 billion worth of federal student loan debt. The U.S. Department of Education said it has identified 100,000 borrowers eligible for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. It started 15 years ago, but the Biden administration made some changes to it back in October. Now some borrowers have until October this year to apply.
We are watching a system passing by to our south as we go throughout today. We should stay dry here throughout southern parts of Wisconsin. We're dry, but we're cold, and we'll see that cloud cover on the increase. 13 right now, the wind chill at 3 headed out the door. We are seeing just a little bit of sun before that cloud cover really increases this afternoon. Look for those temperatures topping out right around 25 as we move towards the afternoon. As you see, though, we'll see a lot more of that cloud cover as well.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you, and thank you so much for joining us. Make it a great day, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow.